Welcome to the final video in my Tekken 7 Bob tutorial series. In previous videos, we have covered essential aspects to both playing Tekken 7 and Bob. Today, we are going to be covering another important issue, which is how you extend your pressure and use frame traps effectively. The essential mids, down forward 1 and back 2 that we've covered, are great for landing a hit. However, if the opponent chooses to block, what should you do next? Once the opponent has blocked a down forward 1 or back 2, they can beat us with almost any move they choose. Continuing to press buttons is not an effective strategy here. We'll now take a look at how we can mess up their timings with pressure extenders, or also beat their retaliation using a frame trap. The jab string 1-1 is great for throwing off your opponent's timings on when they need to retaliate. While it isn't +1 like just a standard 1 jab, the 2 jab combo only leaves you -1. This can be good just to irritate your opponent and mess up when they want to retaliate. It's important to remember though that since you are throwing out 2 high moves, your opponent can very easily duck and punish you. Do not overuse this. Bob has 2 additional low extensions from his 1 jab. These are 1, down 4, and 1, 3. 1, down 4 is probably Bob's most useful extension from jabs. It has the same properties as his down 4 low, which we covered in the low videos, and comes out very quickly after the jab. While it isn't very rewarding, if they block your jab, they cannot sidestep or sidewalk the 4 follow-up. This is a very cheap and easy way to get a little bit of extra damage when you have pressure. Bob's other low extension is 1-3. It has a final mid extension at the end if you input 1-3-3, however this move is a lot less useful than 1 down 4. On hit, it gives much less frame advantage, being -5 instead of -1, and the last hit is punishable if they block it. It is -14 and a mid. It can be used if you are expecting your opponent to try and duck and immediately punish afterwards, however I would not recommend using this move too often. Another very useful frame trap Bob has that we didn't cover in previous videos is his 2-1-4 string. This string is an incredibly useful string when you want pressure. On hit, the final kick 4 will knock them down. On block, you are only -4. I'd recommend experimenting with this move in the lab to see why it is super useful. For the mid extenders, we will start with down forward 1. Down forward 1 has 2 extenders you can choose from. Down forward 1-2 is the first extender. It isn't very effective to use as an extender because it is punishable on block, being -10. I would mainly reserve this for using as a 14 frame punish. Another issue with down forward 1-2 is that if you delay the 2 follow-up, it can be sidestepped to the right. You really should only be using this move if you are certain it's going to hit. Bob's new Season 3 extender from down forward 1 is down forward 1, 1+2. This move is extremely good. If the follow-up connects, it will knock them to the ground, which guarantees you a low get-up kick. This move is also very hard for opponents to punish because it puts Bob on the ground. While some characters can get quite a good punish on this move, many characters can only get a simple tap while you're on the ground. If your down forward 1 counter hits the opponent, the follow-up is guaranteed, earning you 40 damage, a very good reward from a mid poke. However, this move is not without its faults. It is not guaranteed on normal hits. They can block the 1+2. If you delay the 1+2 too long, then you can be floated out with jabs or other quick moves. This move also creates a lot of space on hit, which can be good or bad depending on the matchup. Regardless, this is probably his best extension from down forward 1. It will beat opponents if they try to sidestep, or sidewalk, or mash, or crouch, in between the down forward 1 and the 1+2. It is extremely effective at conditioning your opponents and can let you continue your pressure very easily when they are scared of this move coming out. Effective use of this move will generate a lot of mental pressure for you. If your opponent is willing to be patient and wait out the follow-up, you can opt to not use the follow-up and then re-pressure them. You can go for a new pressure starter or just go for a quick low. This is essential for keeping your pressure up in Tekken. Back 2 has two extensions we need to be concerned about. Back 2-2 and Back 2-2-4. Back 2-2 is a mid-high string, while Back 2-2-4 goes mid-high-mid. Back 2-2 is extremely useful for maintaining pressure. It is slightly better than Back 2 in many ways. It is still a natural hit combo, will leave you at +8 frame advantage on hit, and is only -3 on block. If they block the first hit, they still cannot sidestep the second hit. If they duck, however, they can very easily punish you for whiffing that high. This is where we need the next extension. Back 2-2-4 adds a mid-hitting knee at the end of Back 2-2. While it isn't a natural combo, this is important to stop your opponent from ducking and punishing you if you go for Back 2-2. This move is -9 on block, which effectively means your turn is over. However, it is +7 on hit, which can let you set up for more offense. If the first Back 2 counter hits, you still cannot guarantee the combo. However, if the second 2 hits, then your 4 will be guaranteed. If you delay this move too much, it can be stepped. However, the timing is extremely tight and it is very hard to replicate. It is important that you do not do the full string, which is Back 2-2-4-4. The last 4 is a high that can also be ducked and launched. The final extender I will give a mention to is down 4's extension, down 4-3. This move is very situational and is just used for trying to poke someone after they try to punish a blocked down 4. This move will beat a lot of retaliations, however because it is a high, it will still lose to full crouch punishes. Don't use this move too much, as it is often better to just throw out the down 4 without committing to anything else. Thank you once again for watching my Bob tutorial series. I had a lot of fun putting my thoughts into words and trying to give people a way to approach this character from a different perspective. I'll upload a small additional video with some tips for situational things to look out for on Bob. Because each Tekken character has many situational moves, this will cover a few generic things that you can explore a bit more on your own. I'll be taking a very long break from making videos for now, but I might return in the future. Thank you again for your support, and good luck in Tekken 7.